Welcome back, mamas. Telling a child to do something over and over and over again can feel exhausting. A lot of people think, like I used to, nagging is just a part of parenting. But then I learned a tool that has saved me from so much pain. I'm here to show you it can do the same thing for you. Are you feeling overwhelmed or discouraged as a mom? Do you feel like there's got to be a better way out there, but you just don't know how to get there? I'm Aurora Nino, mother of 4 with 1 on the way. Come with me and let me show you how there can be hope and happiness for your home. Out of all the things out there to do in life, if you want to leave a lasting legacy, leave one that actually lasts. Welcome to Amai, where you belong as a mother. I want to give you one of my favorite tools that you can implement today. It's super simple and surprisingly effective. It's called the power of when then. You say, when you do X, then you can do Y. For example, when you pick up your toys, then we can eat dinner together. I have used this tool over and over and over again. In fact, I used to nag my kids a lot to do things. I just thought, this is what it takes to get them to finally listen. I never would have imagined that I could get to the point I am now, where I don't say anything, and my kids wake up, they do their morning routine before they go downstairs, they unload the dishwasher before they eat breakfast. And you can actually use when then in place of saying no. For example, a child asking, can I please have a play date with Remy? Instead of saying, no, you have a lot of homework to do, sweetie. You could say, yes, when you get your homework done, then you can go have a play date. Or, hey, can I watch Bluey? Instead of saying, no, you haven't finished your lunch yet, you can say, yes, when you finish your lunch, then you can go watch Bluey. Again, there are definitely times for saying no. This can just help to change the mood of how often that's said, or even the tone of voice that it's said in. Stay tuned until the end because I'm going to show you how to use this vital tool for everyday things and then also for big things like wanting a pet. But really quick, notice that we are not using the word if then. If you use if then, there's an underlying assumption that the child may or may not do that thing. When then is giving them the assurance that that thing does need to be done before things move forward. The difference between this and bribery is subtle but critical. Bribing your child, which a lot of parents resort to out of desperation, can have a lot of unintended consequences. The end result of this tool is something they would already get naturally. When a person bribes kids, their behavior and intrinsic motivation can decrease, while with when then, their positive behaviors tend to increase and they learn critical skills to help them be successful. So with this tool, you are using things that would have happened anyway and placing them in a specific order. With bribery, you are adding extra things to sweeten the deal or to buy their behavior. Kids are smarter than we think they are, and bribing can lead to more undesired behaviors because they can learn that all they have to do is hold out and get a better deal. I'll give you a candy bar if you do this, or I'll pay you to do your chores. And what if the kid is like, no? The parents then have to up the bribery. Fine, I'll take you to go get ice cream, they may say. Or fine, if you just stop whining or begging or yelling, I'll let you do this. Instead, you could say, when you can talk to me in a calm voice, then I'm happy to listen to you. So instead of giving in or bribing them, you can use when then and show them that in all of life, there are natural consequences. Like if we don't work, we don't eat. If we don't brush our teeth consistently, we're likely to get cavities. If you yell at people, they will likely stop listening to you. One concern I hear from moms is, wouldn't implementing something like this rigid traumatize my kids? Actually, the truth is no. Study after study after study show that kids with boundaries, expectations, and rules do far better than kids raised without them. Research irrefutably shows the kids that become the most successful in almost every way are raised in homes with high love, high expectations. So I want to give you hope that you do not need to bribe or nag your kids. There's a funny saying that goes like this: if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. If you continue nagging or bribing, that is what your kids will expect. I'm giving you this tool to give you hope that there's another option. To bring this to clarity, here are a couple more concrete examples. So you're going to be eating breakfast either way every morning. That would be the natural desired result. So before breakfast, explain to the child that there are some things we need to do to get ready for breakfast. So for our family, we do our morning routine before we come downstairs for breakfast. Otherwise, if my kids come down before this, it's like getting beached whales to get back upstairs. So their morning routine includes getting dressed, combing their hair, brushing their teeth, and then coming down for breakfast. In the beginning of setting this routine up, my kids would ask me, "Mom, I'm hungry, can we have breakfast?" And I would say, "Yep, when your morning routine is finished, then we can have breakfast." If you're struggling with your bedtime routine, here's a way to implement this as well. Most parents read to their kids before they put them to bed, which is amazing and super, super important. Keep that good work up. So instead of saying, "Okay, it's time to get ready for bed, let's go read a book," you could say, "Hey, I'm reading a book in 5 minutes. When you're finished getting ready for bed, then you can come and read with us." So you put getting fully ready for bed before them getting to read books with you, which can give them some maybe needed motivation. The key is that you put what is less enjoyable for them or harder for them to do first, and then you put what they want to do second. So give kids a when then and then hold them to it. They could say, "But Mom, I really want to go to this movie night." Great. When you finish your homework, you can go. Here's a real and personal example that happened with my 5-year-old just the other night. He got distracted over and over again from doing his jams, which stands for jobs after meals. And in order for him to read Percy Jackson with Daddy after dinner, he needs to finish his jams just like everyone else. We told everyone, "Okay, Daddy is starting the next chapter in 15 minutes. When you finish your jams, then you can come read." My 5-year-old's job is to clear the table, which takes him easily less than 5 minutes, but he kept getting sidetracked. So Daddy started reading 15 minutes after, and our 5-year-old ran over to read with everyone else, and we sweetly said, "Hey buddy, when you finish clearing the table, then you can read with Daddy." He did not want to miss this book, and he actually started crying. In these situations, it's really important to not get into the "I told you so" mode, but instead really empathize with them. I got down on his level and I said, "Man, that must be really hard to want to read with Daddy so badly right now. If you stay focused, I know you can finish your jams really quick and go read with them." He rushed and hurried super fast to finish his job, but more importantly, he knew that he could do it. I showed him I was on his team and I believed in him. And again, high love, high expectations. Now, you can not only use when then for little things like play dates, etc., but you can also use them for big things like, "Can I have a pet?" or "Can I have a phone or a Switch?" or "Can I borrow your car?" For us, we had a hard, absolute no for pets for years. I told my kids no so many times. And then I changed things up when my kids would ask me, "Can we please get a pet?" Instead of saying, "Nope, there's absolutely no way," I would say, "Yes. When you've shown me that you can consistently be responsible enough, then you can have a pet." And then we would show or explain to them what it would take to get there. This is what we came up with for our kids, but every kid is unique and you can come up with one of your own. This is what it would take to earn it. This is your responsibility once you have it. And these are the consequences if you choose to not take continual appropriate responsibility for these two things. I've met a lot of people that cave and say, "I got this dog for my daughter because she really wanted it." But then they're so frustrated by how much they have to do for this animal. So the reality is that they just bought themselves a dog. A way to avoid this pain is to make sure your kid is ready for the responsibility by using when then. In conclusion, if a kid does want something, let them prove it to you. You don't have to be on the opposite side where you are the one nagging and nagging and begging them to be responsible. My kids finally proved to us that they were responsible and ready to take on the responsibility of owning a pet. And it's now been about just over 2 years, and they're doing a great job taking care of them on their own. This would have only happened if I knew how to implement tools like this and hold a boundary. It is possible to not nag or yell at your kids to get them to listen. If you are like I was and are feeling just overwhelmed with motherhood, I'm here to walk with you through the messy. I've been there, and I want to give you hope that you are doing better than you think you are, and you are more valuable as a mother than you know. You can do this. Keep up the good work. See you next time.